Feeling that things should not be the way they are is something familiar to everyone. We never succeed enough. Our relationships are not enough for us. We do not have the things we desire. It is a chronic dissatisfaction that makes us look outward with envy and inward with disappointment. Pop culture, advertising, and the media make it worse, reminding us that a job below the one we dreamed of is a failure. We have to live fabulous things, continuously, be attractive, have many friends, find our soulmate, and that we all get all this, and be truly happy. In addition, the wide variety of self-help products implies that everything is our fault, that we do not try hard enough. In the last 2 decades, research has begun on how to counteract these impulses, and the field of positive psychology has emerged, the study of what makes life worth living. In addition, cognitive behavioral therapy has been developed to change negative feelings. Scientists have begun to wonder why some are happier and more satisfied, and if there are ways to apply to others, whatever they do well. In this video, we're going to talk about one of the most powerful predictors of people's happiness, the ease of making friends, and how difficult times are faced. It is somehow an antidote against dissatisfaction, gratitude. Although gratitude may seem like another self-help trend preached by friends of hashtags, what we currently know about it is based on scientific work and studies that we have included in the description of the video. Gratitude can mean something very different for each person and context. It is a personality trait, a feeling, a virtue, and a behavior. We can feel gratitude for someone who has done something for us, or for random phenomena such as weather, nature, or destiny. It is rooted in our biology. How does gratitude connect us? Gratitude is likely the evolution of reciprocity. That biological signal that motivates animals to exchange things to benefit each other, and that in the animal kingdom occurs between some fish, birds, or mammals, especially among primates. When the brain recognizes that someone has done something good for another, it reacts with gratitude and motivates that other to return it. It makes us care about others, and that others care about us. And it was important because as human brains improved interpreting emotions, selfish people were identified and shunned. Playing fair with others and establishing lasting relationships became an evolutionary advantage. For example, when someone was hungry and another showed him where to find tasty berries, he felt gratitude and the obligation to return the favor in the future, an impulse to be pro-social. By returning the favor, I received gratitude from the other. This caused our ancestors to unite and establish ties and friendships. These first signs of gratitude were biological mechanisms that modified behavior in pursuit of cooperation, helping humans dominate the earth. Over time, gratitude became something more than a simple impulse to play fair. The consequences of gratitude have been discovered that gratitude stimulates the brain pathways that are involved in feelings of reward, in the establishment of social ties, and in the interpretation of the intentions of others. It also facilitates the conservation and evocation of positive memories, and even more directly counteracts negative attributes and feelings such as envy and social comparison, narcissism, cynicism, and materialism. How consequently those who feel gratitude, for whatever reason, are usually happier and more satisfied. They have better relationships. They find it less difficult to make friends. They sleep better. They are less prone to depression, addiction, and exhaustion, and they are able to overcome traumas better. In a way, gratitude reduces the likelihood of falling into some of the psychological traps of modern life. For example, it greatly counteracts the tendency to forget and to downplay positive events. If for a long time we work hard to get something, when we get it, we can feel silly and empty. Emotionally, we could return to the point from which we started and try to get another great achievement to get that satisfaction instead of being satisfied with ourselves. Or imagine that we feel alone and want to have more friends. In fact, There could already be people who want to spend time with us, but perhaps we feel that it is not enough, that we are losers and we are not satisfied, to the point of rejecting their proposals to see us, and thus end up even more alone. On the contrary, if we feel gratitude for our friends, we could accept their invitations and even take the initiative. The more we open up, the more the opportunity to consolidate relationships and meet new people increases. In the best case, gratitude can initiate a feedback loop. Positive feelings that lead to more pro-social behavior, that produces more positive social experiences, that provoke more positive feelings. It is something common after a serious experience such as chemotherapy, for example. Life can be amazing after overcoming a crisis. The smallest things can be an inexhaustible source of joy, from picking up the taste to simply sitting in the sun or chatting with a friend. Objectively, life will be the same or perhaps a little worse than before, but the brain compares current experiences with the moments when life was horrible and reacts with gratitude. In short, gratitude refocuses attention on the good we have, and the consequences of this change are better feelings and more positive experiences. It's fantastic to know these things. But is there any way to feel them more? How to make the brain feel more gratitude? The ability to experience more or less gratitude is not distributed homogeneously. We have what is known as an attribute of gratitude that determines our ability to feel it. It depends on genetics, personality, and culture. After discovering it, researchers wondered if exercises could be designed to modify the attribute of gratitude and obtain more happiness. Let's start with some warnings. It is not yet fully clear to what extent gratitude can be trained, nor how long the effects last, nor are there magic pills for happiness. Life is complicated. Some days it seems that we have control of our lives. Others, we feel that we do not, and nothing happens. In addition, sometimes pursuing happiness can make us more unhappy if we put too much pressure on ourselves. Gratitude should also not be considered a solution for depression or a substitute for professional help. It has to be one more piece of the puzzle, not the solution. The simplest exercise, supported by the most solvent researchers, is to keep a gratitude diary. It means sitting for a few minutes 1 to 3 times a week and writing between 5 and 10 things for which we feel gratitude. As at the beginning it can be rare, we recommend starting with the simplest. Can we feel grateful for some smallness? For example, how wonderful coffee is, or that someone has been kind. Can we thank some detail of someone? Reflect on what things or people we would miss if they disappeared, and thank them for being in our lives. We are all different, so everyone knows what works best for them, and that's it. It seems even insulting. Things should not be so simple. But in numerous studies, the participants said they felt happier and more satisfied with life in general after performing this routine for a few weeks. And even more, the study saw changes in brain activity months after concluding. Practicing gratitude can be a real way to reprogram them. This research shows that emotions are not fixed. In the end, the way of experiencing life is a representation of what is believed of it. If we attack our basic beliefs about ourselves and our lives, we can change our thoughts and feelings, which automatically changes behavior. It is quite amazing that something as simple as introspection can open the brain's pathways to combat dissatisfaction. And if this is not a reason to feel more optimistic, which it is, being human is difficult, but it does not have to be so much. And if we look actively, we may discover that our lives are much better than we think. Gratitude is not just an individual practice. It can be a powerful tool for building better communities. When we express gratitude to others, we strengthen our bonds and create a sense of belonging. Studies have shown that communities with high levels of gratitude tend to have lower crime rates, better mental health outcomes, and stronger social cohesion. So, by cultivating gratitude, we are not only improving our own well-being, but also contributing to a more positive and supportive environment for everyone. But what about those times when life throws us curveballs? When we face challenges, setbacks, or even tragedies, it can be difficult to find things to be grateful for. However, research suggests that even in the darkest of times, practicing gratitude can be a lifeline. It can help us to find meaning in our suffering, to appreciate the support of loved ones, and to focus on the things that still bring us joy. It's not about denying the pain or pretending that everything is okay, but rather about finding glimmers of hope and resilience amidst the darkness. In the end, gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling or a passing trend. It's a way of life, a conscious choice to focus on the good, to appreciate the people and things around us, and to find meaning and purpose in our experiences. It's a journey of self-discovery and growth, a path towards a more fulfilling and joyful existence. So, let us embrace gratitude, not just as a means to an end, but as an end in itself, a way of living that enriches our lives and makes the world a better place. Now, you might be thinking, okay, gratitude is great and all, but how do I actually make it a habit? Well, it's easier than you might think. Start small. Maybe it's just taking a moment each day to appreciate your morning coffee or the comfortable bed you sleep in. Perhaps it's expressing your thanks to a loved one for a simple act of kindness. As you become more aware of the good in your life, you can gradually expand your practice. Try writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day in a journal, or even sharing your gratitude with others through letters or conversations. Another powerful way to cultivate gratitude is through mindfulness. By paying attention to the present moment, without judgment, we can become more attuned to the small wonders that often go unnoticed. Notice the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of birds singing, or the taste of a delicious meal. These seemingly ordinary experiences can become extraordinary when we truly appreciate them. And don't forget the power of perspective. When faced with challenges, try to reframe your thinking. Instead of dwelling on what you lack, focus on what you have. Remember that even in difficult times, there are still things to be grateful for. Perhaps it's the strength you've discovered within yourself, the support of your community, or simply the fact that you're still here, fighting another day. Gratitude is not a passive emotion. It's an active practice that requires effort and intention, but the rewards are well worth it. By cultivating gratitude, we can transform our lives from the inside out, creating a ripple effect that extends to our relationships, our communities, and the world around us. So, as we conclude this exploration of gratitude, let us remember its profound power to heal, to connect, and to inspire. Let us make gratitude a daily practice, a guiding principle in our lives. For in doing so, we not only unlock the door to greater happiness and fulfillment, but also contribute to a more compassionate, loving, and grateful world.